When you're excited by something, a subject, you learn it at a very high rate. When you're not excited, it takes you much longer to learn something. So find something that excites you inside. How do you generate motivation, I guess, in your daily life or in your work? We use language for things that are kind of abstract, but motivation, if you want to boil it down to something, is just basically your energy levels, your excitement levels. That's what makes you motivated. So let's just reduce it down to what creates motivation in your life, in anything. It's excitement, it's the desire that you have inside of you to do something, okay? So if you have a job that doesn't excite you, and believe me, I've had plenty of those jobs in my rich history before I wrote the 48 Laws, so I understand that feeling. You have a job that doesn't connect you, that you don't like, it's very difficult to stay motivated in that circumstance, and I understand. So the thing that you have to do in those situations is, you have to find something to be excited about. You have to find something that you can learn about the situation. And I talk about this in other interviews in some of my books. Even the most boring, mindless job is going to be something that you can learn about yourself or about people. If you're working in a restaurant and you have to serve people, you can learn about their psychology. You can learn about things that you don't like about people. You can learn about yourself and things that you don't like about yourself. When you're excited by something, a subject, you learn it at a very high rate. When you're not excited, it takes you much longer to learn something. So find something that excites you inside, that you love to read. It has nothing to do with your job, right? It could be ancient history, it could be badminton, it could be fashion, I don't care. It excites you, but it has nothing to do with your job. Spend your spare time going into that, and then when you're at work, you can start thinking about it. You can bring books along with you if you have the ability to do that. I remember I worked in Paris. Okay, you're in Paris, you go, wow, Robert, how can you be not motivated when you're there? Well, I had a really boring job. I was working at a telephone answering service, the very first one in Paris, there to translate messages. Nobody called. I was there for 8 hours a day and had nothing to do. I decided that I was going to read the 7 volumes of Marcel Proust's Remembrance of Things Past, À la recherche du temps perdu. I was going to fill it with reading something that really excited me. Of course, no one was supervising me, so I had that ability. Find something that excites you, because that's what motivates you. The best thing to do is to find a career that excites you, in which everything will motivate you. You need to learn more, and you need to get better and better and better because you love it. So love and excitement and energy are all parts of motivation. And you're not going to be motivated if you don't like what you're doing. So you have to find something in that job or whatever it is that does genuinely excite you, and that will motivate you.
The idea that in some sense you're an eternal victim, well, there's a truth in that, given that nature is conspiring to destroy you and will be successful in the end, that you're undermined by your own society at the same time you're buttressed by it, and that you're a target of your own malevolence and that of others. I mean, so there's a triad of tragic and malevolent forces that are aimed directly at your heart, and that's always the case. But to not take responsibility for that and to attribute to that to a cosmic injustice or a sociological injustice in some sense that's aimed particularly at you, that's somehow the fault of others, is to miss the great adventure of your life. In that adoption of that adventurous mode of being, there's a deep meaning to be found, right? A meaning maybe that transcends just you, that involves your family and that involves your community and maybe even the destiny of humanity itself. But there's nothing about that that's secure or easy, and very little that has to do with happiness. The idea that your problems should be solved for you, let's say, and that it's unfair that you have them, well, it's attractive in that there's nothing for you to do except complain, but it's horrifying in that there's nothing for you to do except complain. The difficulty is actually the funny thing is the difficulty is actually the destiny. And it is insanely difficult, but maybe you're insanely up to the task. I've watched people do very difficult things, like people who work in palliative care wards. So all they're ever dealing with is pain and death, right? And they can do it. They get up in the morning, they go to work, and they take care of those people. They lose people on a weekly basis, and yet they can do it. And what that shows is that if you turn around and you confront the suffering voluntarily, you find out that you are way tougher than you think. It's not that life is better than you think. Life is as harsh as you think. It might even be worse, but you are way tougher than you think if you turn around and confront it. And so then what you discover is that there's a spirit within you that can pursue something meaningful, that has the resilience and the strength to contend properly with the catastrophe of existence without becoming bitter. That's actually the central, and I would say that's one of the central themes of 12 Rules for Life, is that make no mistake about it, like the first noble truth of Buddhism, life is suffering. This is true, and it's worse than that because it's suffering contaminated by malevolence. That's the baseline. And so that's very pessimistic, but the optimistic part is that you are so damn tough you can actually not only deal with that, you can improve it. It's like, oh, well that's a horrible situation, but it turns out that I'm armed for the task. Well, that's a great thing for people to know. And I think the fact that we're armed for the task is even more true than the fact that life is catastrophe contaminated by malevolence. We're stronger than things are terrible. And things are pretty terrible. So that means we're pretty damn strong.
Wow.
Listen to me. If you want a better life, it starts with discipline. Not motivation, discipline. Because motivation comes and goes, but discipline says, I will do it anyway. See, discipline is doing what's hard now so life can be easy later. It's waking up when your bed is calling your name. It's showing up when nobody is clapping for you. It's choosing growth over comfort. You don't become disciplined overnight. You build it one decision at a time. One workout, one focused hour, one time you say no to distractions and yes to your dream. Let me tell you something, your excuses will sound real, but they will cost you your future. Stop negotiating with the part of you that wants to quit. That voice is not your destiny. Your destiny is on the other side of consistency. Discipline is self-respect in action. When you keep promises to yourself, your confidence rises. When you break them, your belief shrinks. So start small. Win the morning. Control what you eat, what you watch, what you think. Because if you don't control your mind will control you. And remember this, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be committed. Get tired of starting over. Get hungry for your greatness. Show up every day, even when it hurts. Because when discipline becomes your lifestyle, success becomes inevitable.